baby in DBZ. Goku visits Bulma's lab to find her working on a new machine. Goku, being curious, decides to check out the machine, but something unexpected happens to our young Saiyan friend. Like getting transported to a world full of ninja. Will Goku be able to find a way back home? Goku was currently flying on his way to an old friend of his house to see a new invention that she made. Goku, being a curious that he has made his way to see what this new thing could do. He flew in the skies above the city and started doing aerial spins. Goku loved the feeling of flying because you felt so free and weightless. The Saiyan scanned the building below until he seen the familiar Capsule Corp sign. He started free falling to the ground until he came to a small stop. Goku walked up to the door and rang the bell. He waited patiently until a voice from the speaker by the bell said something. "Hello, who is this?" said the voice. "This is Son Goku and I've come to see Bulma briefs," said Goku. "Ah yes, Mr. Son, Bulma has been expecting you in Lab 6B, said the voice as the front door opened. Goku walked in and to his way to the lab to find his blue-haired friend. He opened a big metallic door and walked in to find Bulma working on some giant hexagon-shaped thing. Goku's curiosity got the best of him. Bulma, what's this?" asked the Saiyan. Bulma looked up from her work to see her longtime friend and smiled. "Hey Goku, well, right here is something I've been working on for about 2 years, said the inventor. "You didn't answer my question. What is it?" "Well, what we have right here is a dimensional portal that will send you to another world. It will be used just in case a big baddie comes to Earth. And you guys get in trouble," said Bulma as she activated the machine. The machine sparked and it began to have a buzzing sound coming from it. The machine flared to life as a purple swirl appeared in the middle of the hexagon. Goku could hear Bulma cheering in the background, but he was focused on the strange portal before him. Suddenly an image appeared on the screen showing 2 people leap out of a puddle to attack a kid in an orange jumpsuit with bright yellow hair, a kid with raven hair, a girl with bubblegum pink hair and a guy with white silver hair. "Hey, watch out," Goku shouted and ran towards the portal. Bulma turned around to ask why Goku shouted but was shocked to see Goku heading for the portal. "Goku, stop," screamed Bulma, causing the Saiyan to stop mid-run, but he ended up tripping on his left foot. Goku fell face first into the portal and into the next dimension. Suddenly the machine crackled with energy and was going to explode. Bulma quickly made her way to the generator behind the machine and pulled the cord out, stopping the machine. Bulma went over to the fuse box and opened it to find its wires burned and smoke rising from where the wires were connected. "Good thing I stopped the machine. A few more seconds and it would have erupted, taking not only Capsule Corp but half the city with it, and I am not going to risk getting Goku back for the lives of innocent people. And besides, if I did, I know he would never let me live it down." Bulma sighed and prayed to the skies Goku would be safe. Goku was currently free falling in an endless space-like tunnel. The tunnel was multicolored and it kept changing every second. Suddenly a ball of energy appeared before Goku and flew right at him. His Saiyan instincts told him not to let the ball touch him, so he quickly ducked and turned around to see the ball vanish into the spectrum tunnel. But suddenly Goku felt terrible pain in his gut and looked down to see the ball of light had come through the floor and is aiming into the full-blooded Saiyan's stomach. The ball finally disappeared into his stomach and Goku felt himself grow weak from the strange ball of light. Suddenly the tunnel seemed to end as an opening appeared. The last thing Goku saw before the sweetness of unconsciousness take him is that he was free falling towards that group he seen in the portal back in Bulma's lab. With Naruto and the group. Naruto and Sasuke were fighting the demon brothers, hoping to protect their client from them. Their sensei just got torn into shreds, but that didn't stop them from leaping into action. As one of the brothers were about to attack, the beautiful sunny sky turned a dark, scary gray. Suddenly the sky seemed to spiral in on itself and Naruto looked up to see if something might spit out of the spiral. His waiting came to an end as a bright falling object left the swirl in the sky and started making its way to the ground. Naruto turned to see the 2 brothers distracted by the glowing object. Naruto threw his leg out and kicked one of the brothers in the stomach. Both brothers collided with each other and into the trunk of a tree nearby. Sasuke heard the impact and quickly whipped out some ninja wire and both him and Naruto tied up the 2 brothers to the tree. Suddenly clapping filled the area and both genin turned to see their sensei Kakashi Hatake walk out of the forest. He was about to say something until they heard a loud explosion to the north. Team 7 turned its head to see a large dirt cloud form a mile in front of them. It seemed that whatever fell from the sky had finally crashed onto the ground. Kakashi then proceeded to get information from the two brothers and ended up killing them. After dealing with the two brothers, Team 7 and Tazuna made their way to where the object crashed. But they discovered it wasn't an object but a boy instead. The boy had wild spiky raven hair and the top of his shirt was burned off. It showed the boy had a lot of muscle and definition for his age. Hell, his body is one that most Junin wished they could have. But the strangest thing about the boy was the monkey tail that seemed to be sprouted from his spine. Kakashi-sen. "Sai, are you seeing what I am seeing?" asked Sakura. "Yes, come team, it's obvious he needs help," said Kakashi. Naruto and Sasuke went down into the crater the boy made and both boys slowly lifted his body off the ground. Both boys slowly helped get the strange child's body from out of the crater and they handed him to their sensei. Kakashi put the kid on his back and ordered for them to start to set up camp. "Sakura, go get this kid one of our extra sleeping bags." Sakura nodded and went to retrieve the bag. Kakashi suddenly felt something furry on his shoulder and turned to find the tail was resting there. He moved his free hand to his shoulder to move the tail, but when his hand touched it, the tail twitched. Kakashi's visible eye widened because he thought the tail was maybe fake, but to see it move scared him a little. Sakura returned moments later and both boys set up a fire while Tazuna slept in the tent. Kakashi placed the boy into the sleeping bag and had ordered the others to get a night's rest. After some complaints from Naruto, they all finally got into their own bag and drifted off to sleep. Goku opened his eyes slowly and felt his body aching and in pain. But surprisingly, he felt warm as well. He slowly turned his head to see a fire crackling and giving off energy. Goku slowly rose his pain-filled body up and before him stood the same silver-haired guy Goku seen in the portal. "Hello there," Kakashi said. "Hi there, I am Son Goku," he said with a small smile, still trying to fight off the pain. "My name's Kakashi Hatake, and it seems you finally awakened from your sleep, Goku. How are you feeling?" Kakashi asked. "I am still feeling a little pain, but it will pass, so where are we?" "Well, Goku, you're in the forest a few miles from Konoha, the hidden village in the leaf," Kakashi said while Goku nodded. "So where are you from, Goku?" "I am from really far away, Kakashi," Goku answered. "Like another world or outer space," he joked, but it caused Goku to laugh. "No, nothing like that, I came from another dimension," Goku said like it was an ordinary thing. Kakashi wasn't expecting an answer like that, so all he did was nod his head. "I've never heard of something like that before, and trust me, I've heard a lot, but the real question is why are you here, Goku?" Kakashi asked. "Well, from where I am from, my friend Bulma was working on a machine that lets people and things go different dimensions, but I seen you and those kids over there about to get jumped by two people, so I tired to warn you, but I tripped over my foot and fell in," Goku said with a small laugh while Kakashi's sweat dropped. "So he seen us almost get attacked by the demon brothers and tried to warn us but fell in," Kakashi thought while the sweat drop disappeared. "So where are you guys going if your village is all the way that way?" Goku asked while pointing towards the village. "Right now me and my team are on a mission to protect a guy named Tazuna while he builds a bridge so he can help his country," answered Kakashi. "Cool, can I come? Maybe I can be of some help," Goku replied happily. Kakashi seemed to think about it while analyzing the boy. He seemed to have a lot of muscle in the way he's built means he might be trained to fight. After a few moments, Kakashi just shrugged while giving Goku his famous eye smile. "I don't see a problem in it, but I must ask, Goku, are you a fighter?" he asked the Saiyan while Goku's mouth stretched into a huge grin. "Yay, I love fighting as well as training and food too," said Goku with his own famous sun grin. "Well then, it's a pleasure to have you on board, Goku," said Kakashi while extending his hand, which Goku shook in return. Naruto and the group woke up the next morning to find the kid they helped had disappeared. They turned to their sensei, who was reading his favorite orange book while letting a few giggles out. "Hey Kakashi sensei, where's that kid we saved last night?" asked a confused Sakura. "Oh, you mean Goku? Well, I am sure he's around here somewhere," he replied while not even looking up from his book. The three genin got a sweat drop at their sensei's response. "So you figured out the kid's name, sensei?" asked Naruto while Kakashi nodded. Suddenly they heard movement coming from the forest behind them, so Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura drew weapons in case of an attack. When suddenly Goku emerged from the forest with a few animals and some fish. "Who's hungry? I know I sure am," said Goku happily. He walked over to the group and sat down the food he caught. "Good job, Goku. Sasuke, go get a fire started so we can cook the food." Sasuke nodded his head while Kakashi himself went to go collect firewood. Goku turned his head to the two remaining kids and examined them closely. He walked over to them and extended his hand in greeting. Hi there, my name is Son Goku, he said with a smile while the girl with the pink hair shook his hand. Nice to meet you, Goku. My name is Sakura Haruno, she said with a smile. He then turned his attention to the other kid who gave him a smile. My name's Naruto Uzumaki, future Hokage of the village hidden in the leaves, Naruto said to Goku while giving him a thumbs up. Goku smiled at the boy. He reminded Goku of himself, especially with his orange jumpsuit. It reminded Goku of his old fighting uniform. Goku turned his head to the sound of footsteps and seen the raven-haired kid from earlier. Hi there, I am Goku, he introduced himself. Sasuke only grunted in response and or whatever Uchihas do. Oh, don't worry about him, that's Sasuke Uchiha, he's got a huge street. Pick up his ass, said Naruto when he noticed the confusion on Goku's face. In reality, it wasn't confusion on why he acted like a jerk, more it was Goku was trying to compare the kid to a certain Saiyan prince. In Goku's universe, that certain Saiyan prince sneezed. Kakarot, he growled, which got Bulma's attention. What about Goku? You know he's in some other universe doing who knows what, said Bulma. I don't know, but for some reason I feel like he's comparing me to someone, he replied. Don't be silly, Vegeta, now help me find a way on how we're going to tell Chi-Chi about this, Bulma said. CK in Naruto's universe, Goku and the others set off on their adventure to the Wave Village. Goku was walking beside Kakashi. Hey Kakashi, when we get into town, can you help me find some new clothes? This was the only thing I was wearing on my way here, he asked. I don't know if I will be able to, Goku, but maybe Naruto or Sakura could help, Kakashi replied. Goku turned to the blonde-haired ninja who gave him a thumbs up in return. They finally arrived at a lake where a boat was waiting for them. They all climbed in the boat and headed off to the Wave Village. On the way, Naruto brought up a question. Hey Goku, I've been meaning to ask, is that tail of yours real? He asked, which got a hit on the head from Sakura. Naruto, you baka, of course it's not real, she said, but Goku chuckled. Actually, Sakura, my tail is real, see, he said while waving his tail for them all to see. Tazuna, Sakura and even Sasuke seemed a little freaked out, but Kakashi already knew it was real from his experience when he found the child. That's so cool, said Naruto. How do you have a tail? Asked Sasuke suddenly. Goku looked over to the kid and gave him a smile. Only people of my race called the Saiyans have tails, he said. These Saiyans are like a clan, correct, Goku? Asked Kakashi. Yay, I guess you could say that. After a little while, Team 7 and our favorite Saiyan arrived at the Wave Village. Welcome to the Wave Village, said Tazuna. Well guys, that's it for the first chapter. What do you think? Bye guys, until next time.